Hey y'all, Manny Fish. Today I'd like to take a little trip down NASA memory lane. The Hubble telescope in particular. There's a purpose for all this. Since the 1950s, the space industry has pretty much sealed up, wrapped up, and stuck a bow on the facts of the universe that we live in and the earth we live on. And I'm not saying one way or the other at the moment. I have my own proofs, but nonetheless, I just want to take you for a ride down the history of the Hubble telescope. First flight was 1990, and it was sending back black and white images of just obscure dots. Okay, this just goes through the development over the years and the improvements on the optics and all the various applications that Hubble uses. Uh, Images of various nebulas. This is called the eggs from an eagle. It is the Eagle Nebula. It gives a little description. I'll put a link to this slideshow. It's pretty interesting. And it just basically goes through Hubble's lifespan. From the older, now we're getting into more nebulas. This is a image of the Horsehead Nebula, and we can move on and on. Cassiopeia A. There's a nice pastel Jupiter there. Just all whirlwind of whatever. They find the farthest galaxy. You know, it goes on and on and on. Direct proof of dark matter. This is, I'll send the links, but these are directly from NASA. NASA and JPL. Their presentation to us is the butterfly. That's beautiful. Of what the Hubble is factually, actually taking images of. And this is what they give us. Now, that being said, okay, so basically all of us, myself included, have been brought up with this as our proof science. This is what we've come to know because we've been taught this is what space is. And we're proving it by building these massive telescopes and sending them out into space and then telling you, the people, that these are the images that we're getting back from those telescopes. Fair enough? Okay, good. If you have not studied into the history of NASA with an objective mind, I suggest you do that and then come back. I could go through this for a long time. I mean, there are entire huge slideshows of just this is Hubble. That's just some fan put together. There's some pretty incredible stuff here. This is all completely legitimized and stood behind by JPL, NASA, and the faith and integrity of the United States government, backed by trillions of your tax dollars. So this is what we know as space. Now, we need to remember that in today's occult world, which if you're watching this video, you're aware of, and you're probably aware of these symbols that are still to this day very widely used. Every single one of these, in one variation or another, are used by these secret societies today. And again, if you're on this channel you already understand that. And if you don't, just go look into these things. Just search, occult, esoteric, Illuminati, symbolism. You'll get it. My point is, these are ancient and still widely used to this day. These depictions and drawings and they believed their image of the heavens was quite different than ours. Okay? They believed it. It was a faith, more or less, a belief in things unseen. But this is what they believed, and these were their images of the unseen, the gods, the heavens, the underworld, you know, these various creatures and angels and demons and reapers, and this was their belief system, and they illustrated it throughout the millennia with illustrations, sculptures, drawings, various text. I mean, these ancient drawings, these all symbolize very specific things. In the heavens, the earth, above, below, this is what they believed. The gods, the Greeks, and the Romans, all the symbolism that revolves around all these ancient gods and beliefs is still being used very widely today by these groups. All of these and those all date back to these times and before. This is the Greek crew of gods. You got your Mercury and your Poseidon, and they're all just hanging out. That's Zeus, I'm sure. But these were how the people envisioned them in the heavens. This was their interpretation, and they recorded it and illustrated their visions and understandings of the heavens and the underworld, and all various things, and they told stories through their illustrations. All these symbolize something, everything, and there's a very deep belief in these occult type beliefs. The War of the Immortals, all the ancient Greek, Roman gods battling it out in the heavens. That's what they believed. And I would present to you that that belief was more accurate than anything NASA's ever going to tell you. And I intend to show you that we are, in fact, when you look up in those heavens, you're seeing things that NASA's showing you. They are. They are actually showing it. And I'm going to show you how they're showing you. And I hope you stick around, because this inevitably will bring you to a point where you'll understand that you are living quite literally in a spiritual war. And you are cannon fodder presently if you do not know and understand your Heavenly Father and your purpose. And you're only going to do that when you humbly ask for the truth. Don't believe in God? Then just believe that I believe in Him. Humble yourself in a quiet place and ask. And wait. Have faith that you'll get your answer. And you'll be back to tell me what you learned. Peace and grace. Many fish.